Hello, welcome to Love at Home with Kim. So today I'm going to share with you the 10-week pregnancy update, or the things that I've experienced for my 10th week of pregnancy. So currently I'm on my second trimester. However, I'm gonna make this video really quick because I haven't done this video during my 10th or 11th week of pregnancy because I wasn't just feeling so good at that time. Anyway, what I'm going to share with you is what I've experienced on the 10th week day by day, because I've written everything down on my notebook here. So let's get right into it. So for the 10th week, the baby is the size of a prune, or it's about 1.25 to 1.5 inches. And here is actually an ultrasound of the baby. So for this week, the reason why I have an ultrasound is that I went to the clinic and saw my doctor for an emergency appointment. The reason is I was vomiting about 5 to 7 times this week, and it was just very hard for me to eat, even to swallow water. So I was also vomiting a lot of blood here. So here's a footage of my ultrasound for this week, and the baby is like this. So it's so cute, right? So for those who don't want to see a lot of TMI videos, I'm sorry, this video might not be for you. For those who want to see the raw footages of what happened to me during this time, you can please stick around. Here is a footage of me just vomiting my guts out, and this is a bit TMI, but it is what it is. That's how I felt, and I just want this to be as real as possible. That was my 7th time today. During this week, it was also hard for me to take my prenatals, but I just had to. Like, it just causes me to vomit, but I just forced myself to take prenatals during this time. So even though I'm talking about a lot of vomit and stuff, I'm just still gonna eat these chips because I'm just so hungry. Anyway, so week 10 was April 5 to April 11. I experienced a metallic taste. So it's like having coins in your mouth. That's how it kind of tasted.
Whenever I eat, my bites were usually as small as this.
So April 5, I vomited 5 times towards the evening, as usual. And the third vomit had a lot of blood in it. So I don't know what the reason was, if it were because of the lettuce that I ate, but a lot of people were saying that you shouldn't be eating raw vegetables or anything raw when you're pregnant, and that might include salads or vegetables too. So I don't know if the lettuce had anything to do with me vomiting a lot of blood, but yeah, that happened on that day when I ate raw lettuce. Well, who cooks lettuce? Anyway, and then I vomited green leaves, so it showed that I did not digest whatever I've taken in the afternoon. And then it was also painful to swallow even a banana. So bananas are my go-to during this time when I had morning sickness, but I also had pain whenever I swallow bananas. And April 6th, I think, was a time I vomited about 7 times, and the last vomit was color brown. The reason why I also take videos of my vomit or how my vomit looks like is that because I show them to my OB, I show them to my doctor, even though, I don't know, perhaps they don't want to see it, but they know a lot of these things, and at least it will give them like a bigger picture of what's happening with me, and they can prescribe something that will actually help with me. So I was feeling so dizzy, probably because of dehydration, so weak, and I won't stop burping. And it's gonna be good if it's just burp, right? But my burp would always be accommodated with a vomit. So at that time, whenever I burp, I would already anticipate that there's gonna be vomit during this time. This is actually one of my worst weeks. And there was also a time that there was fresh blood on my vomit until eventually the next vomits that I had a very yellow color to it. Yellow and transparent, something like that. It was probably bile, and it was all liquid because I think I already vomited all the solid foods that I had, and I had nothing else to vomit but bile. So for April 7, I vomited just once, which is good. And then that's the time when I went for a checkup and they prescribed me with vitamin B6. So my doctor told me that I should have told her that I've been vomiting this much, like 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 7 times. Doesn't matter. But I should have told her immediately that I was vomiting like every single day so that she would have prescribed me with vitamin B6 earlier on. Now, I asked the pharmacist if I can get the vitamin B6 over the counter, and she said that the vitamin B6 that the doctor prescribed me had a much higher dosage or a lot stronger. So usually the doctors would prescribe you with vitamin B6 if you've been vomiting so much. I'm not talking about HG or hyperemesis gravidarum, which is like way worse than my morning sickness, but this is just like for the very bad morning sickness, not HG. Anyways, April 8th, it was 55 degrees Fahrenheit or about 13 degrees Celsius, but I was still experiencing sweaty armpits. I don't know, I've just been having this hot flashes during this week that even at 55 degrees Fahrenheit, I was still feeling so sweaty, and it keeps me up at night. And during this day, I did not vomit too, which is good. I just had a little bit of weakness and nausea. April 9, my boobs were sore, and there was pain in my lower belly. So it's just a little bit lower than the belly button, but not really as bad as the period pains that I usually have. And I did not vomit this day. I took Tums for the first time, and the comfy temperature for me to sleep in during this time was about 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Anything higher than that will keep me up at night because I'll get so sweaty and then I'll just end up not being able to sleep. April 10, I only slept for 5 hours, and I had a soft stool at this time. So it's not like diarrhea, but it's not like the constipation that a lot of people are complaining about during first trimester. I pretty much had a soft stool. I don't know why. And I vomited once on April 10. April 11, which is the last day of week 10, I had no vomit and was able to clean and plant. So I'm so happy during this day. If you can relate to everything that I felt during this week 10 and you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel to be able to see more updates about pregnancy, everything about babies, cleaning, cooking, and gardening. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Make sure you watch out every Tuesday and Thursday. I post twice a week. Mmm.